Okay, so what we want to do here is create like a winner scene so that when you get a certain amount of points, you go to a scene that says, you've won. Just before we start, I just want to point one other thing out. I've set a different setting here for how the graphics appear, and it's called GLSL, and I'm going to show that to you here. Go to the properties, properties there. All right, if we go here to the camera icon, down here you've got multi-texture, which is what generally is set to by default in Blender. If I go to GLS, well, let's just go multi-texture. Now there you can see what it looks like with multi-texture, and this is what it looks like with GLSL. It just looks a little bit crisper and shinier and nicer, but then you also have to come here and change this to texture. Okay, so if you don't want to change that, you don't have to, but that's just one thing you can do. All right. In order to have a winning scene, we have to create one. So we go up here and I just click the plus button. All right, and I'm going to make a full copy so I have something basically identical to what is there. It gives it this by default the name of the next number, so scene 0.001. I left clicked on that. I'm just going to call this winner. Okay, and now I'm going to remove most of the other stuff here. So I'm just going to take these blocks out. So I'm just using X to delete them. And X to delete. Now you can go on and you can do all that, but we should get rid of this one because this is going to be in front of the new object. Alright, so the rest of those can come out as well, but now we want to add mesh, a plane. Now it goes in and it's lying down flat. I'm going to move it roughly into the right position. Then I want to rotate it on the red x-axis. So I'm going to do R, X, 90. And it comes up to about there. And then I'm going to resize it, S, and make it a reasonable size so that the graphic will be clear. Okay. And maybe just a touch smaller. Something like that. It's fairly close to the middle and all that. Okay. Now, we are able to place a graphic in here. In order to do that, we are going to have to create a graphic in Fireworks. But to do that, once you've made the graphic in Fireworks, to put that in, what you have to do here, this is now in object mode here. I hit the tab key and it goes from object mode to edit mode. And I need edit mode to do what I'm going to do next, and that is hit the letter U, and I want to unwrap. Unwrapping just is like unwrapping a package and allowing you to put something inside it. Well, that's what we are going to do here. And I'm going to have to pause for a minute now to change to Fireworks. Alright, I'm back. I did this tutorial once or twice already, and when I added the fireworks on top of everything, it just slowed everything down and it didn't work. So I'm going to go up here to this icon for new, or I can go File, New, and 550 by 400 is usually the default thing, so that's a pretty good size to do it. I'm not sure why the resolution is that. Usually it's around 80, so I'm just going to type in 80 there. Okay. And so I've got a new white background. I'm going to take the text tool and going to draw a text box on there. Down here is the size of the font, and I'm going to go even, maybe let's just go like about 70, so it should be quite large. I'm going to put congrats, comma, you won that, let's say level. Okay, that's all I want in there. If you want, you can move it. You can take the selection tool, pointer tool, make sure you click on an actual area there that is colored in, and you'll see that red and white dotted line to actually, that's about as centered as you can get it. Okay, so and then I'm going to go File and Export Wizard and click 1, 2, 3 times. You can also do that with the Enter key. Going to change from GIF to JPEG and just export it then and put it where you want it to be. I'm going to put it on the desktop. I've already made one called Winner, So I'm just going to call this winner 2, so I have a second one there, but you can just call it winner. Save it. Okay, I have to stop again. Okay, so we're back now, and I'm in Blender again. And again, we created the plane. We positioned it, sized it. I hit the tab key to go from object mode to edit mode. You can also do it down here, but the tab key takes you back and forth. And then in edit mode, I hit the U key and brought up unwrap. Okay, I can leave that for right now. I need a second a panel to work with. So I'm going to go over here to the properties panel, click here, and I'm going to go down to UV image editor. All right, and that is the UV image editor right there. Go down here to image and go open image, and then we go and find our winner. There's our graphic. You can see that it's fit inside there. All right, and if we come back here, hit the tab key, we're back in edit mode or object mode. You won't see it until you hit the letter P to play it. So let's hit P to play, and there it is. It's now in that scene. Okay, one more thing before we forget, because I forget this sometimes too. We have to make sure that this graphic is included in the blend file, or it will not appear next time. So to do that, I go File, External Data, and I check this automatically pack into blend right there. Okay, so make sure that's checked, and then I can save it. Excuse me, and that will now save it within the file. Okay, so now we have this as a winner file, a winner scene rather. I'm going to go back to this scene here, and we can now go here and check the coding down here. So we can now, instead, before we had restart, okay, so when we were checking for total points greater than 100, greater than 50, greater whatever number you want there for your player to win. So instead of restart now, I'm going to go to set scene. I can click on here and I can choose the scene. So I'm going to choose winner. All right, so that's that. Go back to the main level. I'll zoom in a bit and let you see a fuller version. Okay, and if I hit P, and congrats, you've won that level. I got that when I hit 100 points. And that is it for this part of the tutorial.